can't see it here, but there's a picture of a man.
Which picture?
No, I have it here, but it's on the streaming, and we were wondering who is this guy, because no, it's not on this. It's not on this. It's if you go on the YouTube live, or do you want to see?
Yeah.
But you can go to the. I can show you. This guy. Who is it?
It's I don't know his name, but he's a big crypto whale and funds the ECC.
Okay, he's the guy that put the money for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. People making this happen.
All right, got it now. Thank you.
celle-là.
Okay, so no additional ones.
Dans le couloir, on ne peut pas les
There
prendre.
are additional, but he says like, this is the style he can offer.
Ah,
Either
if
these
this is
ones
nice.
or
Comme
this
ça
one.
Yeah.
Quoi? À 11h, c'est ça?
11, 11.
Ok, et ça, faut l'enlever.
For the stage.
On enlève ça, ok. 11h, ça marche.
Ok, merci monsieur.
C'est juste, ça commence à 11h et vous avez combien de laps de temps entre la session?
Sorry, one more question, guys. Hi. Sorry, how long are they needed for? Is the last question.
They are needed for 45 minutes, but we need to do
45
it in the
minutes?
afternoon.
Ah, bah ça va.
Mais encore,
In the afternoon.
à quelle heure? What time in the afternoon?
I'm going to run you to talk to the back.
Comme ça, moi, ça me laisse le temps de... Vu que je fais pas mal de trucs.
Ouais. C'est sûr que tout le monde
Ok, bah excuse-moi, je...
pas de soucis, c'est juste un peu avant que tu lances les grandes manœuvres.
non, mais voilà, tout va bien. Ok, donc le PC il est là.
Yes.
Parce qu'en fait, je suis arrivé tout à l'heure et il n'y avait personne dans la salle et je me suis retrouvé sur ce PC là. Et je me suis dit, putain, c'est un PC perso avec ma
qui s'est mis, qui s'est installé.
c'est la dame qui s'est installée, donc tout est bon.
Je te rassure, nous ici tout est bon. Après, j'ai juste pas les presses, donc je me suis douté que ceux du matin ils vont venir avec leur propre ordi ou sinon
Ouais, il y en a toutes les presses,
c'est
c'est moi qui envoie les presses sur Google Drive, donc je checké partout, c'est pas envoyé
one.
Perfect. This is for both are on?
Yeah.
Okay, we start in a moment. Hello, everyone. Great to see you all here. Okay, welcome to this first Token Engineering Track Day at EFCC. I'm super glad that we have the chance to run a full day of token engineering talks. We have designed a great program. I'll walk you through it in a moment, and I hope this will make token engineering even more popular, well understood, because it's a super important domain for the progress of the crypto sector. This first Token Engineering Track Day would not have been possible without a great team. So the TE Academy, Token Engineering Academy, is organizing this day. We have a global community of people studying token engineering and contributing in tools, in events, and particularly the Paris events, which is today, this Token Engineering Day at EFCC, and the Bar Camp on July 22nd has been organized in collaboration with the French community. Stéphane, who is a token engineer, founder of 0x Shadow Lab. Where is he? Is he here? Yeah, he'll be here in a moment. Patricia, ecosystem lead at TE Academy over there. Caitlin Newcomb, she's comms lead, working in the background. Nate Suits and Gideon from TE Commons, Jules from French community, and last but not least, Bettina Boonfeller from the ECC organizer team. Yeah, thank you guys for making it a reality. Very important. Yeah. Today, the program is about crypto tokens from a maker perspective. Our goal is to provide information and insights for crypto founders, for crypto startups, how to put token engineering in practice. This is our program today. So we'll run talks throughout the day, we'll have panels and interactive sessions as well, and I'll get to this in a moment. We also put together a speaker guide, so all information you need can be found here at this guide, including the agenda of the day, how to claim your NFT, the location, and more about anything you might want to know about token engineering. So feel free to get to this guide. And we'll have also flyers with the QR code, so no worries. So first, what is token engineering? Some of you might have heard token engineering, this term. Basically, in a nutshell, it's an emerging crypto-native discipline focusing on the design, validation, and optimization of token-based systems. And some have heard maybe about tokenomics, crypto economics. Now, why do we call it engineering? This is because we not say, okay, this is a technical angle of tokens. It's rather we are building on the tradition of engineering disciplines, which are fields of rigorous analysis, design and verification. And we have tools that reconcile theory with practice. And we are guided by a sense of responsibility because we are building public infrastructure. So this is the reasoning behind why do we call it engineering. And we consider it as a new engineering field in its own right, drawing from disciplines like computer science and cryptography, obviously, economics, game theory, mechanism design. Also operations research, decision science and math apply to optimal decision making, industrial and systems engineering, and since we have data at a granularity about economic systems like never before, we can apply optimization, control theory, we can optimize with AI and data science tools. And in addition to that, it's not only technical systems, it's the human layer as well, psychology, decision science, human behavior, governance, decentralization, and also law and ethics. So you see, this is a cross-disciplinary field. And when we started TE Academy, our main motivation was realizing that you can actually study this nowhere. No university offers a program like this. We have to, or the big opportunity is that we can combine these fields and that we can develop it in the crypto sector, not coming from the outside world, and tackling the challenges that we have in crypto to leverage the full opportunity of crypto token systems. So this was the starting point of Token Engineering Academy. We built a first course program, a first comprehensive curriculum about token engineering that is available as an online course, 5 modules. You can enroll anytime at tokenengineering.net. At the moment, we have more than 2,600 students enrolled. And Module 1 is an introduction to token engineering, providing 5 papers and articles about this discipline to give you a broad overview. Module 2 is a discovery. It's about requirements engineering, meaning defining a system's purpose, the system's goals, the requirements, the stakeholders and their motivations to detect potential rewards, the business modeling side of token systems, then value flows between these stakeholders, and then we get into the mechanism design on a conceptual level with causalities, causal loops. The third module is called the design phase, where we translate the requirements from the discovery phase that are still human language or system maps to mathematical specifications, to algorithms. We define the action space of the agents, the system states and the system variables, and we define performance indicators. The fourth step and the fourth module is the deployment phase, and deployment in token engineering is actually building a computer model of your system to be able to run simulations and test the system. So we translate the mathematical specification into a computer model, create a digital twin, so to say. This is usually in Python. Run simulations and experiments to iterate on the design. And the final module is covering governance. Governance meaning big topic decentralization, DAOs, algorithms as policies, so encoded or rules in the system that are enforced by code, computer-aided governance, the idea of a governance surface and how to optimize a governance surface, polycentric governance, voting systems. These are the topics in Module 5. So this overall is the TE Fundamentals program, and again, this is available as an online course, and you can earn an NFT as a proof of knowledge based on these courses. And as I said, we've launched this in October 22. So far, we have more than 2,600 students enrolled, and this is the typical mix of fields of studies, backgrounds of our students, economics, computer science, engineering, various engineering fields, data science, mathematics. And this is actually the mix we were hoping to attract because it's super relevant that we have talents from these fields in the crypto sector to cover the economic side of our crypto networks. And also good to see that roughly a third stating, I plan to take up a token engineering role as my main occupation. So these talents are willing and interested to apply their skills and bring their knowledge to the crypto sector. All right, our partners. So we have been collaborating since 2020 with a range of large crypto projects and protocols. We are very happy about the support we get there. And this year, our main supporters and partners are Optimism, TE Commons, and ENS DAO. Thank you also to those partners who can make events like this happen, and also our educational program. And generally, our mission, as I mentioned, the first educational program in this sector, networking events like this, sharing knowledge at the bar camp on Saturday. But this is not only, our total mission is to develop this new engineering discipline. As I said, it's a new crypto-native discipline with a body of knowledge, with open science programs, inviting the best researchers in crypto and academia to learn from. Educate aspiring token engineers and grow the number of token engineers in crypto, which is a matter of challenges on both sides. So projects are struggling with finding good token engineers, and we'll talk about this later today, how to establish a token engineering team, how to make this a practice in crypto projects, and also the other side, the projects on one hand need support, however, it's still in its infancy how to integrate this in a project roadmap, how to merge this with pushing, making next steps in your smart contract development, and take the right moves in your token design at the right time. And this will be also a big topic in the talks throughout the day. And last but not least, for us, of course, it's also a great chance to create and experiment with new Web3 value flows for education and research, for example, based on the NFTs you can earn at TE Academy. Here are some examples of study groups. So value contributions at TE Academy are you're sharing your learning journey as a study group host. So basically anyone can apply to become a study group host. In total, we have onboarded more than 40 and they run study groups in 14 languages, in Spanish, in Italian, in Arabic, in Chinese and more. And what's cool, I talked about this cross-disciplinary nature of the field. What's cool is that study group hosts can define their own particular focus sector or design the learning program based on their own skills. So we have visual learners, we have people coming from math, we have engineers, we have Web2 product managers, and of course they bring their own tools and background and experience and share their knowledge how this can be applied, resulting in frameworks, resulting in experiments with system maps and shared sessions like this one we had discussing AMM algorithms and variants. So this is pretty cool, and this event actually then is a result of this as well. With the support of the French community, we were able to make this happen in Paris at IFCC. Okay, I talked about NFT certificates. So we have proof of knowledge for the TE Fundamentals course, and we have proofs for special contributions in the field. And basically, it's account-bound, non-transferable tokens that are tied to a certain wallet and identity that you acquire based on an online exam for TE Fundamentals, but also based on attending events like this one, or based on contributions like the study group hosts. And this are also experiments in getting a community like this going and run it sustainably, since for education and knowledge sharing, intrinsic motivation is one of the most important aspects. And this relates to credibility in the field, reputation in the field, and this is represented by these NFTs. And here you can see the T Fundamentals NFTs. And as I told you, you can claim your own NFT for attending this event and add it to your token engineering track record. It lives on chain, on Optimism, and we use it not only for the proof of knowledge, so you can share a link to your TE Academy profile. It's available generally on Optimism. We also use it for token engineering grants rounds that we run in collaboration with TE Commons, where the people who vote on projects to be funded in the token engineering sector have an additional weight if they own TE Academy certificates. Okay. Yeah, as I mentioned, this is the portal for our educational materials and the online course. So, as mentioned, the courses can be taken at any time. And we are also sharing a weekly newsletter, sharing new developments, research papers, insights, projects, results, and trends in the sector, focusing on the token economic side of it. So just some examples. Can token engineers predict token price? This was a very recent one. Approaches why predicting, is it viable to predict prices, and how could it be done? How to integrate it into modeling and simulations, how to deal with volatility. Innovation through limitations. How can limitations like a blockchain throughput be used creatively in game design? Overcoming a romantic view of governance, Web3 governance, some interesting papers and new concepts in designing voting powers in DAOs, how major projects are dealing with token model changes. We'll see this also in Trends Talk right after this one, how token systems and the economic model changes over time and has to be developed over time to optimize the results and to grow the network and the network value and the token value. Legal regulation, updates, yeah, a lot of news just over the last couple of weeks, and new token flywheel trends. This also refers to how to steer the economic value of a network and sharing different approaches and opinions about it. So this is Token Engineering Weekly Reads, again, newsletter for everyone interested in token design, tokenomics, token engineering. All right, today's program, Token Engineering from a Maker Perspective. The agenda today is designed by, okay, what is a typical life cycle? What is a typical journey of a crypto project? And imagine any project at some point starts building. Then a big question is how to raise funds. Could a token launch be the way to raise funds? Pros and cons. Then after you have launched a token or in developing your token network, demand drivers, so you design the supply side, of course, you are in control of how your token is minted and distributed, but then why should anyone hold your token? What makes your token valuable and how to develop this value over time? How to reward the value add in your network and what is actually the value add in your network and how to grow it. So these are the overarching topics, and the first part will cover this Start Building Fundraise Token launch. And this first talk in this section will be Trent with a token decentralization journey under fraud, rug pull, and scam attacks. And I asked Trent to come to this day because he can share basically a 6 years journey of building a protocol, of designing a token. He'll walk us through the original design process in the early days of token engineering, the design iterations and the evolution of the Ocean protocol and its token. We'll hear about frauds, rug pullers, scammers, and clone sites. So the dark side of it and how to deal with it as a founder. And we'll hear about the development of the Ocean DAO, where Ocean decided to go 100% automated and removing all control, no governance, basically, which is an interesting decision. So I'll be excited to hear more about that. Then we'll have, as the next talk, a panel about the top 10 challenges for a token launch. And here we'll have Marina on stage from the European Crypto Initiative, coming from the legal, sharing the legal perspective. Then Outlier Ventures, Dimi will be here, Robert from 1KX, and we'll discuss the motivations for a token launch. Fundraising, growing your network, be aware what your goals are. We'll talk about different token distribution mechanisms and the pros and cons in launchpads, decentralized exchanges, centralized exchange listings, market makers, liquidity mining programs, etc. And emission schedules, which is basically a long-term decision on your token distribution. Then we'll also discuss regulatory challenges, hot topic. Marina will give us an overview, not only on the SEC decisions, also on MiCA, which is the European approach, which is slightly different, and what should project founders keep in mind when it comes to regulation and challenges here. Then having a good plan, know your stakeholders, and plan a token launch and the steps after. And even though it's a bear market at the moment, it's important to be prepared and be able to move once the market is picking up traction again. And last but not least, how to build up excitement and how to continue to deliver after launch. And I'm happy that Marina, Dimi, and Robert will share their perspectives coming from VCs, accelerators, and legal advisors, talking with many crypto startups, and looking forward to this panel. And then Roderick will share talk about what's your token worth and pitfalls to avoid in your token sales and listings. And it's generally the financial dimensions of a token launch matter a lot to all projects. We know that. You should know the stakeholders in a token sales and listing process, what's their intentions and how they might not always be aligned with yours, and how you can develop a credible investor offer. And this is the topic today in Roderick's talk, and he'll also run a workshop where we build up a token sales offering live together at the Bar Camp. So mark your calendar for July 22nd as well. So this was the token sales section, the early stage. For token engineers, of course, the really exciting part is how to design incentives, how to design mechanisms to drive demand and to reward value adds. And I mean, the design space is so huge, and we invited guests like Mark, the project lead for Carbon, the new banker, AMM. So Mark is leading is leading the development of Carbon. He will walk us through the design process, the initial design goals for Carbon, the requirements, the design iterations, and their achievements so far, and also the collaboration between theorists, researchers, smart contract developers, and also the banker DAO, which is something you have to handle in a project, and it will be exciting to hear how this worked out and how he led this design process at Carbon Banker. Then Gabi will join us from Gauntlet, and he's leading the applied research team at Gauntlet. This is a new division providing quantitative incentive optimization at Gauntlet, and they just recently published the first results. Their mission is, or their main project is, to help Uniswap build out a long-term growth strategies and optimize their token incentives. And they issued a new targeted liquidity mining program based on their first hypotheses on how to optimize it. And yeah, excited to see how they develop the frameworks and the metrics for this optimization strategy. And yeah, not only how this applies to Uniswap, also how this applies to basically any crypto protocol. Data-driven token design and optimization is a big topic for projects and also for accelerators like Outlier Ventures. And you guys have designed a whole suite of tools, and Achim will share more about token design, data analytics, data-driven modeling for token systems, how to design and quantify my token economy, how they approach it and support their startups, and their latest experiments in the founder-centric and AI token economies co-pilot. Trent then will be on stage again because there's one topic throughout this section where it's about, okay, how to optimize and how to verify token designs. This is relevant to make the most of incentives distributed in the Uniswap ecosystem to grow the network, one example, and another one is to mitigate risks and to manage the risk of token systems. And Trent will share more about different approaches. So number one, digital verification, unit tests, audits, formal verification, but also analog verification, where he draws from his experience in semiconductor design. And we'll hear more about complementary approaches, apart from digital verification and verification flows and tools. So this will be the talk, second talk of Trent today. And finally, Jan will talk about optimizing token-based systems with risk data science. Jan has a background in data science and data analytics. He's working at MakerDAO and Block Analytica. And he'll give an overview of the maturing space of risk data science practices. There have been several talks at EFCC already on how to approach risk in DeFi, and he'll draw the lines between DeFi cases on more generally token-based systems, gives an overview on the computational approaches and how it can optimize the decision-making. And Rohan Mehta from TE Academy will then close this section with AI-powered token engineering. This is a proof of concept we have been working on over the last couple of months to show how LLM agents can provide a natural language interface to iterate on the design, to conduct experiments and run simulations and manage these simulations based on agents that use custom tools and have access to Python models. And the main challenge or the interesting question for us was how to get from fuzzy human language inputs to a plan and solve prompting that triggers then a reproducible, controllable agent execution, simulation execution. And we'll close the day with the section Grow. And this is establishing token engineering at your startup. So throughout the day, we'll hear a lot about methods, tools, approaches. Then a big question for many crypto projects is how to make this happen in my project. How can I establish a token engineering practice in my startup? Lukasz from Tokenomia Pro, this is a service firm, and Tom Mellon from Crypto Econ Lab protocol labs will share what the typical projects look like they are working on, what the challenges are, what you should be aware of, and how to step by step grow a token engineering team, and also build up a token engineering roadmap. And Chris Paruch, one of the course authors of TE Fundamentals and token engineer, founder of Token Engineering Labs, will close the day with pathways to becoming a token engineer. So we've collected questions in our community. As I mentioned, 30% plan to become a token engineer themselves, how to become a token engineer, how to build your career, what to be aware of, do's and don'ts, good projects and bad projects you should avoid. This will be the final talk for today. And again, more token engineering will take place on July 22nd on Saturday. We'll be at Sob Enfant, a university in the center of Paris, have a full day with interactive workshops and more talks and meeting and networking for our community. So make sure to be there. Good. Oh, final call. Funding token engineering public goods. So in case you have an interesting project, you are working on a tool, you are working on something relevant in the token engineering sector, you can apply to the next token engineering grants round. Token Engineering Commons is our community that funds public goods in the token engineering sector. They've already distributed almost 500,000 in grants, and they've ran the first token engineering grants rounds on Gitcoin in April, and the next one will be in August, again with a 25K matching pool. Number one, you can apply for funding, and number two, holding NFTs, as I mentioned, also gives you an additional weight in the voting on projects, and that's how we nurture the field and make sure we integrate the knowledge of this new crypto native field in the decision making for funding as well. This is the link again to claim your NFT. And I think now we are ready to go with the next talk. And thank you for now and enjoy the day. Yeah, we have to continue right away, but we'll have Q&A time